In the beginning of the story, we see a nuclear power station in Hong Kong, where someone has hacked the control system and shut down all the cooling fans. This causes the power station to overheat, resulting in a massive explosion that kills and injures many people. The news is broadcast across all channels. Following this, we are introduced to Alex, the head of police cybersecurity. While meeting with senior officials regarding the blast, Alex explains that the power plant system was hacked using a malware called RAT, Remote Access Trojan, that can be controlled from a distance. Since this malware cannot be injected into a system via the internet, someone must have physically entered the power plant to manually install it. They now need to find the person responsible. Surprisingly, the hackers have neither demanded money nor issued threats, making it clear that their intentions lie elsewhere. Meanwhile, in an American prison, we see a young man named Nick. Prison officials are interrogating him after finding a phone in his cell. Because he is a hacker, they suspect he might be linked to the power plant hack. However, after finding nothing, they return him to his cell. The scene shifts to a cybersecurity office in China, where two officers, Carol and Henry, are discussing Alex. Alex graduated in computer science from MIT, the most prestigious university in America, and his sister Leanne also graduated from MIT in network engineering. Elsewhere, Alex is analyzing the code used by the hackers at home when he spots something familiar that leaves him shocked. He later meets Leanne and tells her that the code currently being used was written by him and a friend during their time at MIT. He asks for her help to investigate the matter. The following day, the hackers launch a cyber attack on a stock exchange. During a meeting at the cybersecurity office, a man named Daniel informs everyone that two types of code were used in the attack. First, the RAT malware was pushed into the system, and subsequently, another malware called Payload was introduced through it. The code suggests it was written by two different people, and the RAT malware appears to be quite old. Alex takes Carol and Henry into a separate room and reveals that the hackers used code he wrote during his college days, along with his friend Nick. He explains that Nick is an expert hacker and they need his help, but neither of them is willing to agree with Alex. The next day, Carol approaches Alex with a report of a theft, revealing that hackers have attacked 4 banks simultaneously and stolen a total of $46 million. They are now moving toward the financial markets, and the team needs to catch them immediately. Alex mentions Nick again, and this time Carol agrees, sending men to retrieve him. However, Nick sets a condition. He will work with them only if his entire sentence is pardoned, and he is released from prison. The official responds that his condition will only be met if he successfully catches the hackers. Later, Nick meets Alex and Carol outside the prison, where Leanne is also present. While flying back to China, Alex shows Nick the code used by the hackers. Seeing Nick with a laptop makes Carol irritable, as she still does not trust him, but she eventually relents after Alex and Leanne convince her. After examining the stock exchange servers and analyzing the hackers' code, Nick explains that someone physically entered the premises to plant the RAT malware, which was then used to inject the second virus. Hearing this, Carol asks the staff if anyone has recently left the company. They discover a man named Alonzo recently resigned and had system access. Nick realizes Alonzo planted the virus and uses Henry to gather more information on him. Nick informs everyone that these hackers aren't motivated by money like others. Their goal is something else. He stresses the need to find Alonzo quickly to extract information. Nick, Alex, and Leanne go to Alonzo's house, only to find him dead. A search of the house reveals several hacking tools. While checking Alonzo's computer, Nick finds a chat history with an unknown person. Nick uses Alonzo's ID to message the individual and arranges a meeting at a restaurant. On the other hand, Carol and Alex meet Gary, a high-ranking official at the stock exchange. Carol demands the trading data of all users to look for clues, but Gary refuses. Carol then threatens to expose his past wrongdoings to the world, forcing Gary to concede and provide the data. Meanwhile, Nick and Leanne wait at the restaurant for the contact. Leanne asks Nick why he was in prison, and he explains that he used to steal money by hacking bank systems until he was caught and sentenced to 13 years. During their conversation, Nick realizes they have been waiting for a long time without anyone showing up. Growing suspicious, he checks a cabin at the back of the restaurant and finds a motion-sensing camera monitor. Nick realizes the hackers were actually there and had been watching him for a while. Nick uses a computer there to talk to the hacker, but the hacker insults him and disconnects the line. As Nick tries to leave with Leanne, they are ambushed by several men, but Nick manages to fight them off and escapes with her. Meanwhile, on the other hand, Carol and Alex are checking the data of the stock exchange clients when they notice that a total of $74 million has been transferred to 3 different banks at the same time, all of which are located in Hong Kong. Nick calls Alex and informs him that the hackers used Alonzo merely to discover their identities. Therefore, instead of chasing that lead, they should track the money transactions to reach the hackers faster. Alex then instructs his sister Leanne to take Nick and reach Hong Kong by the next morning. The next morning, as Nick and Leanne prepare for the trip, another explosion occurs at a nuclear power plant there. Upon arrival, Alex and his team question the power plant staff, asking if the hackers made any demands or asked for money when they blew up the plant by hacking the system. The staff denies this. Leanne mentions that when a machine shuts down suddenly, it saves instant memory to the hard drive. If checked, they might find the hacker's real IP address. The staff informs them that the hard drive is in the server room, but the entire area is so hot that it is currently impossible to enter. Later, the 3 of them meet a police officer named Tech, who has been tracking the hackers for some time. Tech explains that the hackers use 3 different routes to move around, but never meet each other. When Nick overlays these 3 routes, he sees that they all converge at a single point. They plan a search of that area and find a pickup van that was already under police investigation. They are told that a man named Kassar sits in a restaurant every day waiting for someone, but he never meets anyone. He simply sends a message and leaves. Hearing this, Nick's suspicion grows, and he feels they are using a short-range device for communication. He waits near the restaurant, but after a long wait with nothing suspicious found, Nick starts checking the Wi-Fi signals using Tech's phone. By following the signal, he recovers a short-range Bluetooth transmitter. Returning to the van, Nick explains that Kassar doesn't send messages while sitting in the restaurant. Instead, he would input code into the Bluetooth transmitter. When his team members passed by that transmitter, they would receive the code, which contained a hidden message for them. Carol suggests capturing Kassar to reach the others through him, but Alex argues that even if caught, he won't speak. He believes it is better to keep following him so they can extract all the information when the time is right. The next morning, a police unit monitors Kassar from a rooftop, but Kassar detects their presence and flees. On the other side, Alex's team monitors those 3 banks in Hong Kong and sees money being transferred from all 3 simultaneously. By tracking the transactions, they discover the money is being cashed out from a casino in China. Alex splits the team into 2. He takes Nick and heads toward Kassar's location by helicopter. When the police team reaches Kassar's hideout, they find he has already escaped. During the search, they find a tunnel, and one team enters to catch him, while Alex and Nick head to the tunnel's exit point with another team. Inside the tunnel, Kassar and his team kill people to make their way out. Alex's team opens fire on them. During the shootout, Tech is hit by a bullet and collapses. Retreating, Kassar takes a speedboat and escapes by water, handing over bags full of money to a cargo ship out at sea. Meanwhile, Alex receives a call from the power plant in Hong Kong. They tell him that the server room has cooled down significantly, and he can now enter to retrieve the hard drive. Alex arrives there with his team. As they prepare to go inside wearing protective suits, a staff member warns them that the internal temperature is still very high, and they cannot stay inside for more than 8 minutes, so they must work quickly. Alex and Nick take a staff member with them, but as soon as they enter the server room, the staff member faints due to the unbearable heat. Nick immediately tells Alex to take him outside while he retrieves the hard drive. Using an axe, Nick breaks the server storage and finally brings out the hard disk. Upon checking the recovered hard drive, it is revealed that half of the data has been corrupted due to radiation, and they cannot fully recover it even if they want to. Then Nick asks Carol, "When I used to hack banks, I always deleted my code, so how did you guys recover it?" Carol explains that the NSA has a software called Black Widow, which they use to recover his code. However, she adds that she doesn't think the US government will allow them to use this software for a Chinese case, though she promises to try. Carol calls an NSA agent to request access to Black Widow, but the agent refuses. Without that software, recovering the code was impossible, but Nick claims he can hack Black Widow to gain access. Carol is shocked and warns him that it is extremely risky. If the NSA finds out, they won't leave him alive. Nick insists they have no other choice and asks her for the name of a senior officer so he can gain system access through them. Using the name of a senior officer named Richard, Nick sends a command to change the Black Widow password. As soon as Richard changes it, Nick obtains the new password and logs into the software to begin recovering the hacker's code. Once the code is recovered, Nick finds an IP address. Tracing it leads to a location in Jakarta, but the hacker's site is so secure that they cannot gain direct access. Meanwhile, Leanne checks transaction IDs and discovers that the hacker made several payments to a satellite company to purchase the location of a port in Malaysia. Nick is confused as to why the hacker would need a port's location. In the meantime, the NSA discovers that Black Widow has been used and reports it to Alex's senior officer. The senior officer tells Alex that he took a massive risk by putting Nick on the team and refuses to let their reputation be ruined in front of the NSA. He orders Alex to hand Nick over to the Americans as soon as possible and solve the case himself. Alex then messages Leanne, telling her to run away with Nick. On the other side, Henry calls Carol in a rage, saying that Nick must be removed from the case immediately. Later, Alex meets Leanne and Nick at a secret location. He tells them, "I am not handing you over to the Americans, but Carol and Henry will find you. So we should separate, go to Jakarta individually, and meet there." But just as Leanne and Nick step out of the car, Kassar blows up Alex's vehicle with a rocket launcher. Seeing her brother die before her eyes, Leanne bursts into tears. Carol arrives at the scene as well, and a gunfight breaks out with Kassar. During the shootout, Carol is hit and dies on the spot. Seeing this, Nick flees with Leanne. They meet a mechanic to have the tracker removed from Nick's leg, and Leanne arranges fake passports for them. Nick and Leanne then reach Jakarta via a private jet. Upon arriving at the traced location, they see it is a tin mining area. Nick finally understands the hackers' entire plan. They hacked the Hong Kong power plant just to see if anyone could catch them. It was a test. Their real plan is to hack the power plant here as well and blow up the region's largest dam. This would flood all the mines, causing a global tin shortage and sending prices skyrocketing. The hackers intend to invest their stolen $74 million into tin shares beforehand. Once prices soar, they will make more money overnight than anyone could imagine. Nick then sneaks into a tin mining office and steals their data. After checking the stolen data, they discover the hacker has kept the money in a local bank. Nick sends Leanne to that local bank, where she tells an employee, "I have an important meeting here, but my pen drive isn't working. Could you please check it on your system?" As soon as the bank employee connects the pen drive to the CPU, Nick gains full control of the bank's server and transfers the hackers $74 million from that bank to a Swiss bank. At the same time, he leaves a message for Kassar stating, "If you want your money back, contact me." Kassar calls him, and Nick says, "I know you have a boss, and if he wants his money back, he'll have to talk to me." Kassar then puts his boss, Trang, on the line. Trang asks, "What do you want?" Nick replies, "I want a share in your future projects." Trang agrees, saying, "Fine, I'm ready to give you a share, but first, I want to meet you." Nick agrees to the meeting, fully aware that Trang has no intention of giving him a share and will likely double-cross him. Therefore, he goes there fully prepared. Upon his arrival, Kassar holds Nick at gunpoint. Since Kassar had killed Alex, who was a very close friend, Nick kills him to avenge his death. Following this, indiscriminate firing breaks out, and Nick is hit by several bullets, but he survives because he is wearing a bulletproof jacket. He manages to take down almost everyone there, but then he is confronted by Trang, the boss. Trang wounds Nick, and a fight ensues between the two, but Nick eventually kills him and manages to escape. He then reaches Leanne, the woman he loves. Leanne treats his wounds, and afterward, the two of them leave the country for an unknown location where the police cannot find them. Furthermore, Nick still has the hackers' $74 million, which he transferred to his Swiss bank account, meaning he will never lack anything for the rest of his life. And with this scene, our story comes to an end. And friends, don't forget to share your thoughts about this video in the comment section. Thanks for watching.